Welcome back, everybody. It is the delight that is Seattle, Washington for PAX West 2019, and we are live from the PAX Arena stage. We have had Battle Royale as the focus for today, and not only that, but Team Envy and US Army Esports took over the stage, and now it is the 5 team captains from US Army Esports that are proving their capabilities in Call of Duty Blackout on Alcatraz. My name is Jump. I've got Dirk with me, and it's been a pretty fun day so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very hectic, and we were talking about it off air too. I mean, how frantic Alcatraz is. There's not a whole lot of structure to it. You just drop in, you try to hold the middle as much as possible, and then just start your rotation out. But again, we say when you go down the redeploy, all you get is a pistol. And even saw at one point in there, they had like the 2 lanes that you can actually use to get into the prison were completely locked down by assault rifles, so you weren't able to do much in the game.
Well, we are going to get ourselves deployed onto Alcatraz Island very shortly. Now, we do have ourselves a kind of custom server set up. So because of that, we have the opportunity for everybody to play each other. And we saw some high octane action earlier, and hopefully we can see that again.
Yeah, I mean, the way that you looked at it, like you said, it's all custom. It's just these guys playing against each other. So then we got a total of, what is that, 16 people.
Great map.
I mean,
Great
I was sitting there for a second, about to say 12.
Proud of you. I know you don't. I know, like, you guys have like an auto tally system on 2K, so you know you don't have to count very much.
We don't. We have to count. My math is terrible. That's where I learned that it was terrible at. Scott Cole rips me every time. Anyway, but no, I mean, by the way that how fast everything was going in the game, it looked like this is a full lobby of people playing. Yeah. It's only 16.
Well, we find ourselves on and out. As we're currently looking at the winners. I wonder if we'll get any like win streaks as far as like the same team captain winning. You know, like we need to keep a tally of that one.
Swapped out the people that he's playing with too, though. So we'll have to see if they can try to carry that and get the other 3 guys on the same level. And this sensitivity, and this is an Xbox. Look at this. I don't even think he can shoot the gun straight if he ends up aiming in, to be honest.
Hey man, all I can think of when I see that level of sensitivity is the high sensitivity that Gears players play on.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because so that way they can get their wall balances correctly. Like I've never seen the skills that Gears players have to go that fast with their sensitivity and still hit the shots just as good as a Call of Duty player is insane. Looking at you, Billy. Looking at you, Mental. The X-Optic guys.
See this trying to get any sort of things going. Some crossfire came in here, which sends 14 into the dust. My player had level 2 armor, some bandages, trying to heal up the health as much as possible, but they're ultimately going to end up falling, and this is the position you want to be in when you have an ICR, being able to rain down some shots from up here. Switch on over to the Saga. Now you're in the close quarters, and you also have the Heady to work out with.
Tried to see if he could have something behind that little barrier, but unfortunately, team pushed in, made things a little bit easier for that. As, of course, next ring kind of closing pretty soon. I'm proud of you. You got some fans out in the crowd trying to take pictures of you.
2K guy, look at that.
Yeah,
He's such a fan.
I know. He's just upset he's not sitting down at the desk this year.
Yeah, he was last year at this exact same spot.
Yeah, he was. It's okay.
He's moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. AKA, he just doesn't have a job, so it's fine.
Yeah, and he commentates little kids' games. Anyway.
Hey, now we're back on Alcatraz Island.
You can see they got a sensor dart that they.
Are you a fan of the RC car, the recon car? Like, do you?
No.
Come on.
It doesn't explode.
You don't want to like do the cheesy little thing.
See, it explodes in a multiplayer, so you can drive it into somebody. But in Blackout, you just use it as literally it's literally just a recon, and that's about it. It doesn't do anything else.
Yeah. Nothing is better than the exploding RC cars, man.
They're annoying.
They're the best. That's how I play.
So we see you got a variant ICR just here watching the long haul. I mean, it looks like it's, I think it's a 2-time scope that's going to be on that, and it has the suppressor 2, level 1 armor, fully good. And they're in a good position. Also has some grapple hooks if he wants to shoot himself up to the roof to get into that position. This is the exact same thing that we saw from them in the last game, too. Identical setup, same weapons utilizing as well.
But as you can see, unlike game number 1, it is a lot slower. You can see teams are actually starting to play a little bit more cautious. They're not kind of rotating themselves around as quickly, taking their time with it.
They're not getting some ammo again, another sensor dart to use. You pretty much know everyone's going to be coming, so you don't even need the sensor dart at this point. But I mean, that's just if it gets into, especially those later rounds, if maybe you're trying to figure out where some people are dropping, you can get it. And it looks like it's going to be another shoreline circle ending going down towards the beach.
Gonna climb himself up onto the roof. Seems like the players for this current thing that we're looking at right now, it seems like they're pretty vocal. Let's actually see if we can get a listen in on one of these teams and actually see what some of these communications are like. As yet again, taking their time, trying to see if they can pop a first aid. Oh, I think I saw someone that was playing on keyboard mouse. I saw the F button.
No, yeah, there definitely was somebody.
Yup. Haha.
Probably like the lone guy, which is surprising to say the least. And here you have every Blackout player's dream, a fully stacked out Paladin.
It's the best.
This is the Armor Ripper, this is the one shot to the head, and your Dunzo, name whatever you want.
Yup.
I mean, it's definitely
8-shot special.
Yeah, if you can snipe, that's the weapon that you want in your hand. You can hear a sensor dart out, so somebody on the other team, they're getting all the positioning, all sorts of intel where these players are going to be at. Hill's not going to be enough, and that's 4 dead straight away.
Yeah, he was really feeling himself. He felt like that he could pop the trauma kit in the open hallway, but unfortunately wasn't able to do anything about it. If you had to pick the best sniper Call of Duty history, who's your go-to?
Oh, it's Intervention from MW2.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like everyone says, MW2 is the best COD. I mean, it's the best COD because of the sniping.
Yeah.
That's much like about it. But yeah, I think the Intervention or the what is it? World of War. I like the RTS. It was like an old-fashioned 50 cal. But Paladin gives it a run for its money.
Yeah. What about the best sniper player? Oh, okay. Well, we got one. They placed 3rd. So it looks like now the redeploys are starting to kick off. There aren't any redeploys left for another 15 seconds. It's when the next wave comes down.
There's only 2 teams left in it now, too. There's only
so the way the redeploys work is it goes in waves, as you can see on the left side. And if your entire team dies, then you're down. Then you're done for the rest of the game. Someone has to be alive for the redeploys to actually activate.
I saw the 4 wipe towards the start of the game. So
yeah.
We've been playing with 3 for a while, and then now it just makes it 2. So the ring continues to try to close on in, but they got double ICRs just spraying back and forth here in the setup, making sure to try to just keep control of this high ground. I mean, this is where it gets a little bit tactical. I mean, this is just 4-on-4. You're basically playing team deathmatch at this point.
As they're taking their time, trying to see if he can use the med kit outside of the wall. Ooh, barely gets stuff up around the corner of the cinder blocks, but there's the underutilized and underrated Strife.
Got stuck on the barbed wire there to the point where the zombie was almost able to track him down and start hitting him. Keep in mind the grapple hooks, they're always a nice easy bailout to get you out of some tough situations. You can cover a lot of ground with them. Minute 30, new ring pops. And you can see they have these guys pinned in over towards the backside. Let's see if somebody can try to make a move here.
Yeah, you can see the aggressive maneuvering. They want to try to make sure that if they do get somebody knocked and out, they can try to go get the full wipe. So that way the redeploys aren't an issue and they can go ahead and secure the death. There are only 2 teams left, mind you, so if a couple players go down, the other one is going to get the heck out of Dodge if he wants to keep the rest of his team alive. See, yes, keyboard mouse player. Let's go, dude.
You can just tell the movement, how different it is.
Oh, it's so much different. So much more jerky.
And they actually left their teammate to dry. Whoever was left kind of in this back closet area, they got the kill. And then the 3 other guys, nobody knows where they're at. Because you remember the fight was going on there. So they quickly backtracked. And I wonder if they're probably playing inside of the ring. Meanwhile, these guys are starting to rotate out.
Taking their time. "20 seconds until the next ring closes. Of course, you do have that long hallway that we saw them fighting in earlier as an opportunity, but now it looks like they're just, coming out on the backside.
So here's an issue right now for the player we're watching. His ABR only has 24 shots left in it, so he's not going to be able to do much. Has plenty to go in the SOG, so that's always a positive. He does have a trauma kit, but I mean, it's not even worth popping when you're sitting there at 150 health.
Yeah, that's why you saw him actually going, in all of these little buildings the best that he could, because he wanted to try to see if he could make sure to find something as he does try to see if he can line up another shot. It isn't going to be enough just yet. Has to swap back on over to the Strife. Thankfully, though, is able to get a reload. Now, there it is. Sorry about you, buddy. Oh, no.
Is that game?
That's the game.
Dude,
just like that. The final one. We thought it. And there you go. Unfortunately, it is not the same team that won game number 1, but we still have ourselves with a winner. And a little unfortunate for the first 2 teams in the earlier stages, but definitely showcased itself as we go through a couple replays here post this game.
And this is what we're saying. It starts to get intense when it's a 4v4 situation, and this is the kill that just opens some things up for the team. And then the other 3 players that were hiding, you can see they're actually down in towards a shed. Caught one player with his pants down trying to run up the stairs, and then that's where everything starts to fall apart there. And you saw the power of the Strife. I mean, whether it's in a keyboard, a mouse, or controller player's hands, you got that trigger finger, you're going to annihilate.
You said it at the very beginning. The Strife is it's an underutilized and underrated weapon. Well, it's definitely not underpowered because it showcased its capabilities there, securing them that victory here in Game 2.
Well, if they watched COD Champs and they saw Dashy or Simp use that on the biggest stage in the world,
oh yeah,
you know the power of it.
Everybody knows the plays that Dashy is making. And now, not only do we have some expert gameplay, but we've got an expert host. And he's going to be giving you the words of wisdom that the players will be giving in the interview. Alex Korea, take it away.